Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome sis. My name is Yap, and in today's video I'll be doing a full makeup and hair glam makeover featuring my beautiful sister. This video is also in collaboration with Ishow Hair. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring today's video. But before we hop into this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and make sure to follow me on all my social medias. They will be down in the description box, and we're gonna get started. So first things first, I already did the stocking cap method off camera. I just put a stocking cap on her head, and then I sprayed it with some Got2b glue hairspray, and now I'm just cutting off the remainder cap. And even though this closure wig install is gonna be glueless, I like to do the stocking cap method because it keeps your hair down underneath, and it just helps the wig to look more realistic and more like skin underneath. So I'm just cutting off the excess cap using a scissor. So this is the hair right here. It's a 4x4 Brazilian body wave 24-inch closure wig, and this is just how the lace looks. I bleached the knots and I also dyed the hair jet black, and this hair is so good. The lace was good. It's really flowy, as y'all could see. It was nice and full. It could have been a little fuller, but you can always pick the density that you want, and I'll of course leave the link in my description box to the hair. And this is just how it looks on her head. As you can see, the lace matches really good with her skin, and the hair is nice and flat, and it just looks really bomb. So definitely recommend you guys go checking them out. Like I said, link will be in my description box below. And now I'm just cutting off the lace with an eyebrow razor, and I like to do this because it doesn't leave that weird straight line. It makes the hairline look a little bit more realistic. I also plucked the hairline too, and this is how it looks after I cut off the lace. No glue or anything like that. So a little trick that I like to do to help the hairline blend in a little better without having to glue the wig down is to just spray the end of a rat tail comb with Got2b glue freeze spray or any freeze spray that I have, and just run it along the very edge of the hairline of the wig, and then just spray it with some cold to warm air, and this will help the hairline blend in way better. And it also helps add a little bit more security to the wig so that it doesn't fall off your head. And it's very quick, very simple, and glueless, so you won't have to worry about having to glue down mad layers of glue to keep the wig down. And this is how the wig looked after I styled it and flat ironed it and stuff. And now we're gonna go into the makeup. So right now I'm priming her eyelids with some concealer on a concealer brush, and I'll leave a link in the description box to the concealer brush. And then I'm going to blend that out with a fluffy eyeshadow brush. Now the look I'm going for is like a smoked out liner eyeshadow look, so I didn't really need to prime the eyes because I'm not really like trying to be heavy with the eyeshadow. So I just put some concealer on, and then I set it with some setting powder. And now we're getting into the smoked out liner. So I'm taking a black gel liner from INGLOT, and I'm just going to line her eyelids, but I'm going in like the wing shape, but I'm not trying to be very precise because it's smoky, so it's supposed to look a little messy. This look is perfect for beginners because you do not have to worry about a perfect wing and precision. This is not what that look is about. It's supposed to look smoky and a tad bit messy. So I just applied it to her eye, and now I'm blending it out and just smoking it out using a fluffy angled brush. I don't remember where I got this brush from because I had it for so long, but you can use any angled brush that you have as long as it's not like really flat. So now I'm gonna go on top of the black with a brown eyeshadow from the Morphe 39L palette, and then I'm going to blend that out with the Morphe M506 brush, just really smudging it out. And I'm kind of blending it up and out because I want it to like smoke out towards the end. Like I'm going in a cat eye shape and a wing eyeliner shape, so that's why I'm smoking it going up and out. And then I'm going to go over that with some light brown eyeshadow. I believe it's like a beige color from the 39L palette, but I put it on the screen, of course. And I'm using the same Morphe M506 brush. And then I'm going to bring some of that brown eyeshadow on the lid. This look was kind of spontaneous. Like I was just going with the flow. So I just thought it would be cool if I brought the eyeshadow up. So that's just what I'm doing right now. And I'm using a Morphe it's an E28 brush to do so. I added a couple layers of that brown eyeshadow just to build up the brown but not make it too harsh. And then I'm going to apply a random nude eyeshadow using a Real Techniques eyeshadow brush because like I said, I was just doing what I thought would look cute. And now we're going to move on to the face. So I'm going to moisturize her face using the Pond's Dry to Very Dry Moisturizing Face Cream just to make sure that her face is nice and moisturized so that her makeup doesn't like crack later and get all dry and stuff. And now I'm going to prime her skin with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and this will ensure that the makeup lasts all day. I also put her lashes on off camera and I'll leave a link to them in the description box. And now we're going to move on to the actual face makeup. So I tried a new technique, and instead of putting foundation and then blending it out and then highlight and then contour, I decided to just do all that in one. So right now I'm going to start off with highlighting, and I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Deep Cinnamon, and I'm just going to apply that to all the places that I usually highlight. And I'm using the concealer brush to apply thin layers, but it will also leave a full coverage look, so I like to spread the product and then blend it out later. And I'm just applying that, like I said, in the places that I usually highlight. And then I'm going to apply this black opal foundation stick in the areas that the foundation would be. So it's kind of like the areas that surround the highlighted and contour parts of her face. And then after I do that, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Kevyn Aucoin Skin Enhancer, and I'm going to only put that in the inner eye corners just to brighten up her face a little bit. And then after I do that, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Superstay Foundation Stick in Espresso and apply that to the places that I want to contour, which was her cheek area and a little bit on her forehead and a little bit on her jawline. I also went back in with the foundation stick and just put it on her nose just to, you know, cover up her nose. And now I'm going to blend out everything with the Real Techniques INSTAPOP cheek brush. Now, I tried this technique for the first time. I was actually running short on time because she had to go to work, so I needed to do something that was quick and fast, but still leave me my regular full coverage, flawless foundation look. And y'all, I highly recommend this technique if you're in a rush or if you just want to have a quick makeup application. It saved me so much time. Like, it honestly took out like 10 or 15 minutes of my makeup process. Like, it really helps so much, and I definitely recommend it for your clients that kind of have like a little bit on like the flawless skin side, because like if you obviously have a client with more pimples or whatever, you need to take more time out to like make sure that all of that is covered and stuff. But you can still do this technique. You just have to make sure you use products that are a little bit more full coverage. But yeah, definitely recommend you trying this technique. It worked the same and it honestly looked the same. It just saves you more time because you're not putting on layer by layer. You're putting on all the layers at once and then you're blending it all out together. So definitely recommend you guys trying it. Really saved me so much time, and it ended up looking exactly the same. So I think you guys will really love it. And as y'all saw, when I did this technique, I blended out the contoured areas first, and then I did the foundation part, and then I'm going to go in with a beauty blender later on and blend out the highlighted areas. And right now I'm just adding a little bit of highlight to the nose because that's just what I usually do. But yeah, now I'm blending out the highlighted areas with the beauty blender, and I did it in that order because like I didn't want to do from light to dark and then the dark meshes in with the light and then it just looks all weird and gray and messed up. I'd rather do from dark to light because I feel like it's easier to blend out that way. So I started off blending out the contoured areas and then the foundation, and then I blended out the highlighted areas. I also wanted the highlighted areas to be a little more tacky because when the concealer gets tacky, it looks more full coverage and it blends out better. So I let that sit, and I usually let the concealer sit the longest anyways when I usually do my regular steps because I just feel like it gives you a better outcome. But after you blend everything out, you're gonna of course go in and set your makeup how you usually set it. So I always set under the eyes first with an eyeshadow brush and some setting powder, and I use the SACHA Buttercup, and I set it with the eyeshadow brush first because I want to get in the places that crease the fastest. So that's usually like under the eyes, and I also want to get in the areas that's kind of hard to set precisely. So I use the eyeshadow brush to set the precise areas, and then I use a regular setting brush. This is the Real Techniques setting brush, and I just continue to set the highlighted areas. I also like to do a little reverse contouring, so I set underneath the contoured areas of her face just to make sure that when I wipe it away, it'll look extra snatched and sharp. And then I'm going to set the contoured areas of her face using a dark brown eyeshadow on a BH Cosmetics small powder brush. And I just used a dark brown eyeshadow from the Morphe 39L palette. And now I'm going to wipe away some of that baking powder with the same brush that we used to blend out everything on the face. And I like to use this to dust it away, because if there's any chance of flashback, the leftover product on the brush will take away from that. So that's why I do that. And then I'm going to slightly contour the nose using the same powder that we used to set the contour. And I'm using a Morphe M506 brush to do so, just making sure that I blend the contour into her eyebrow. And now I'm going to dust away the remaining powder under her eyes with a Real Technique setting brush, because under her eyes are delicate, so I'm using a delicate brush to wipe away that powder. Now we're going to add some warmth to her face, and I'm using the Morphe Glamour Bronzer in Supreme on a BH Cosmetics powder brush, and just applying that over the places that I contoured. And then I'm going to add some highlight, which is the Artist Couture Conceited highlighter, and I'm just going to apply that to her cheekbones, the bridge of her nose, her forehead, and her cupid's bow. And I'm also going to go over that with a very pretty gold sparkly pigment, and I believe I used the pigment from the Makeup Plug, and it's in the shade Hollywood. And I'm just going over the same places that I just highlighted with. And then to complete the eyeshadow look, I'm going to take some black gel liner and just tighten her waterline with that. And then I'm going to go under that with some dark brown eyeshadow and just smudge that out. Now onto the lips. I'm going to take a dark brown lip liner from One and Only. That's a beauty supply store brand. And I'm just going to outline her lips with that. Now I'm going to take a nude lip gloss, and this is BACKCHAT from Peaches and Cream Cosmetics, and I'm just going to put that on her lips and make her rub it together. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the PLOUISE Blank Canvas Acid Rain paint and put that in the center of her lid, make her blend that together as well, and then finish it all off with some clear lip gloss. And I'm just going to blend that into her lips, making sure everything looks nice and seamless and flawless. I'm going to complete her eye look using some mascara, and this is my favorite mascara, the Wet n Wild MegaLength mascara. You could get it at any drugstore, online, wherever. It's pretty much all over the place, to be honest. And then to set her face, I'm going to take the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray, and per usual, I'm going to spray that into a beauty blender and then pounce that all over her skin, just to get rid of any powderiness or cakiness, and just to set all those layers of makeup that we just put on. And then I'm going to finish the whole look with some Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And this is the finished hair and makeup look, all done by yours truly. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Look at her, she looks so bomb. The smoky eye came out really pretty. And yeah, this hair from Ishow Hair came out so bomb. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Follow me on Instagram, and make sure to check the description box to view Ishow Hair. I'll talk to you guys in next week's video. Bye.